Hey, want a free game? This one isn't amazing, but it's not bad. And it has a Brazilian hero! Kinda. And I don't know how to move to the intro, so... Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Okay, let's take this step by step. Why was that here?
I don't know.
When I posted a snippet of my review of Moon Bullet, the Masked Firefighter's profile asked me to make this review, and I like reviewing games, so why not? Ironically, I have a review written and waiting to be done on the comic's first story. So here's the relevant part for this. The Masked Firefighter is a Brazilian hero that, unlike a lot of them, does not betray his title. Many Brazilian characters are anti-heroes, ready to leave morals, ethics, and the law to the side, saying, oh, that doesn't work in Brazil, while literally contributing to why it doesn't work in Brazil. The Masked Firefighter, as far as I saw, wants to save victims instead of becoming a parallel power. On the other hand, the visuals quality is quite low. Unfortunately, there are many excuses why not to demand quality in productions, and the author himself has used one of them. Brazilians have a lot of prejudice against all that's made here, and this just perpetuates the low quality. You know that show, that one you don't understand how it's still popular? In my humble opinion, this is why. Yes, I think the Masked Firefighter has good ideas and that his origin story deserves to be read. But no, it's not the audience that's biased against this art. It's very amateurish. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. If you, like me, can tolerate low quality art to see a good story, I recommend the comic. But do not buy it hoping for great visuals. And if you go into this game with the same attitude, you'll probably like it too. But what the hell is this game? It's a reskin. Remember God of War on the NES? It's that, but using the Masked Firefighter instead of Kratos and Mega Man instead of Rygar. To clarify, it's a reskin of the concept of Mega Man. It's as if they'd made a new level for Mega Man with the same sound effects and the basic idea, but worse playability. Visuals? The game starts with an image that works on the retro style and a message to defeat the villain. The arsonist. Hey, wasn't that the villain on the comic of that show, The Cape? And then you fall into the game, seeing a pretty good image of the Masked Firefighters and... yeah, the styles clash quite a bit. A great cover, a TV and wall poorly stylized, and then just poorly done silhouettes. But hey, your Mega Sprites are mega better than TV's Mega Mans. Except when you win or you die. Oh, by the way, I can't tell you if there were lives in the game for sure. There's energy and you never lose your place in the game, but the first times I died, I continued without the screen showing up. So maybe there were a number of lives and the indications were removed? Eventually I got the screen every time I died. I can only assume that there was a system of lives and continues at some point, but they decided it was best to have infinite lives, and this wasn't correctly changed before the game was launched. Back to the frames, we have a criminal with a shield that's reasonable, even if it makes no sense, a guy in a barrel perpetually holding his pistols to the side, but who shoots in 5 directions. Maybe there are fireworks under that lid? Someone holding what looks like a pipe, but it's actually a bazooka that's so big I expected to see Bullet's bill coming out of it. Not the giant one, but still pretty big. A ninja that uses giant yellow shuriken that become smaller versions that have a hole. And is that a manhole cover? When he lowers it, it looks like a bag, so I've got no idea. That on top of floating robots slightly different from the originals. Wait. That's called Susie? Wow. Oh, and Pharaoh Man if he was a redhead. The only enemy that really got an interesting design is their big guy, who became someone with Yumi's shirt controlling a giant robot that looks like a cross between Captain Commandos and Dexter's backpack. But hey, if you're interested in playing it, you might have some fun with it. You have reasonable playability and infinite lives, but level planning that can be pretty bad. For instance, Yep, a flame that you can't see to kill you if you dare to dash from one screen to the other. Backpack Commando kills you in a single attack, but you'd better have dash in the last giant jump if he decides to do 2 big ones in a row and you didn't see it coming. Bye. And when you get to the screen with one of them and a ninja, it gets pretty tricky. And look, I know I've said many negative things, but I like the game. I can't say the product is wonderful, but it's okay for a while, it's free, and it seems obvious that Unliving Brads made it with some respect for Mega Man, which I appreciate as a fan of the series. When you see flames that you can put out or the items redone, it seems clear that they weren't necessary to say the game was complete. Whoever the idea was, the authors, the programmers, or RZEs, there's at least some care to make something of their own. Even if the enemies can hop on flames. It's not a 10, but it's a solid 6. It's not unique, but it's not bad. Something you might not want to play more than once, but that might be fun for a tad. It seems to me that no one could really complain about the game and should give it a chance if they have any interest in this style of game, since it's free, and I'd like to see an improved version. Maybe if water didn't ricochet, and improved sprites for the villains, or even more original, less megamanic villains. I would certainly give it another chance. And if you enjoyed it, hit the bell.